All right, the Lions signed an important player, and we'll talk all about him. He's a 4-year player for the Chicago Bears, so he has experience. And before you're like, oh, he's just a camp body, I will prove that he is more than that and has a real shot at making the team. And also, we'll talk about what Dan Campbell had to say. Practice is back; things are heating up right before the final preseason game, and then we start preparing for the Rams. Like, let's go! This is crazy. So before we get into that, let me know in the comments: Ford Field or the Silverdome? What do you like better? Just, I mean, that's kind of not a fair question because they're so different, but maybe that's what makes the question great. Or maybe let me know in the comments if you've never been to the Silverdome, or maybe your first memory, but you'll see down in the comments, everybody's got something to say, especially about the Silverdome. I was lucky enough to go a couple times as a kid, and it was so loud in there. The AstroTurf, that's just cement, was just reverberating thing. There was something about that place. I mean, it was just so perfectly symmetrical. Where Ford Field, different. You got one side, the whole thing is different. So they're both, I think, really cool. I love having the dome, especially for the noise, home atmosphere. But let me know in the comments. Okay, the Lions sign a guy, and let me pull it up. But his last name is impossible. In Big Way, let's just call him, is the third linebacker the Lions have signed in 10 days. Malik Jefferson, who himself was just added 3 weeks ago, suffered a finger injury. And so you've got Malcolm Rodriguez is out, Malik Jefferson, who was just signed. So you've got all these guys just signed, and you've got this Ngigwe guy coming in. But here's the thing: he was drafted by the Bears in 2018, 4th-round pick. He's played 4 years, and he was almost exclusively a special teams player, 58 game appearances. So here's the thing: with just a week left till the NFL roster cut down deadline, it's going to be tough to make the team. However, there could be a linebacker 6 job available after Anthony Pittman. Remember him last year? Vital piece, just special teams, 100% special teams guy. He left in free agency, and that role is predominantly a special teams role, which is exactly what Mbigwe thrives at. I know I'm saying his name wrong, almost purposely now, like really bad. So there's space there in the linebacker room when you talk about Malcolm Rodriguez not being available. You've got Ben Neiman. You've got all these other guys, like a bunch of random guys. We still need that Anthony Pittman replacement, just like the Josh Reynolds replacement. We're trying to find that. There's a sphere for this guy that we could possibly find. And again, being that he was, oh, here we go. Why don't we put that in the front of the article? Joel Iyabu Niwe. Iyao. Jeez. I like him Big Way better. I'm just gonna call him in Big Way. I hope this guy makes the team. Then it's like, come on. Come on in Big Way. Okay, so keep this guy in mind. Again, this is just the fact that he has experience. Like when we sign these guys from the Canadian League or whatever, it's it's like, okay, I don't know. But he's played with the Bears and then was at the UFL actually last year, and now he's back ready to go. Keep an eye on him Big Way. Okay. Next really good news was that Dan Campbell was asked today about all these injured players, whether it be Jahmyr Gibbs. Remember, he had the hamstring or something with his leg. You've got DJ Reader, Sam Laporta, I think Carlton Davis, like all of our starting secondaries out. And just kind of like, man, are we good? Or do we have injuries or what's the deal? And Dan Campbell said that basically all those guys after this preseason game, they will begin practice. He's just going to hold them out a whole nother week, but everybody should be good to go, including DJ Reader, which there was an article put out that DJ Reader actually had a setback, had to have another scope of some kind. I don't know what, but he's good to go. So, and I say good to go, I just mean he's going to start practicing. It's not like he's out for another 4 months. Let's get him back slowly. The thing with DJ Reader is going to take our time, make sure that he's good to go. But that's really good news that all these guys are going to come back. Let me see if there's any more that I'm forgetting. Enos Rakestraw, Terrion Arnold, Amik Robertson, all limited, but should all be back. Dan Skipper, Zeitler, Malcolm Rodriguez should be back. All these guys are going to be back and ready to go. That's huge. Now, switching gears to the next thing here is if you look, an article came out. Sion Vaki was named secret superstar of the preseason, which love seeing that. Boy, I love seeing that. This guy is he's so good. I mean, the thing about him that I really love is he has only played like 50 snaps in college, and Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes were like, yep, you're gonna be a great running back. Like, dude, how the heck did they see this? So you've got him, we've got really good running backs. So Siom Vaki, sorry, I didn't want to go through that whole article, but basically national writer was looking around all the people and was like, man, Sion Vaki, this 4th-round pick, he's a safety. Lions pick him up. Really awesome. He's going to be a really big surprise. Love what he's doing so far in the offseason. So I'm like, I'm right there with you. So really good positive news from the Lions all throughout today. Talked about training camp. Things are going well there. Guys are healthy. Jared Goff looks good. I mean, it's just a really positive. Hendon Hooker, Dan Campbell explained why Hendon Hooker did not start the game, and it was because he had missed basically that whole week before. So it didn't feel like it was fair to put him out there with guys that were really trying to show what they've got, and you're putting out like a rusty quarterback, and it's just like, oh man, it's super clunky for everybody. So that's why, hey, just let him play the whole second half. Let's just do that. And I love that. Don't like put guys in and out. Just let them go the whole second half. So Hendon Hooker looks I don't say good. I mean, he looks fine, but we had to see something other than Sudfeld. Had to see something. And so to see him healthy, playing, love it. Now, this week is going to be a weird week where you're almost trying to stay healthy, let the starters get work and like practice, and then obviously I same thing. I don't think many starters, if any, play. And then after this preseason game is when you'll see the roster really start to trim down, and let's get right into it. And that's when we're going to start preparing for the Rams, which, by the way, is going to be a very tough challenge. But I love it. I love it at home. I love that we're healthy. They're healthy. Let's go. I think that's the right matchup for us at home. I feel good about it. Then after that, go to the Buccaneers. So it's a repeat of last year's playoffs, which is tough, but we're home. I love being home for the first 2 weeks. Let's get one of those. Let's get both of them, obviously, but like let's just get one. The schedule softens a little bit, then it's hard. I mean, it's a tough schedule, but I think the Lions will be just fine. They are one of the best teams in the NFL, and I love seeing that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we will see all of you on the next one.